I should stop doing this, but it's quite fun. What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode number 9 of Win One Take One. We are back here with Charlton. Today, we continue on our Europa League march for as long as we can. Last episode, I said that I don't have any more difficult games left in the season. That was a lie, everyone. I've still got Leeds United in second to play. I've still got Newcastle in third to play. It could still all come down to the wire. And well, since you were last here, you can see it's been a little while. And unfortunately for me, a fair few of the teams behind me have closed the gap a little bit. So we do have games in hand. We've got a couple of them. But this could still very easily go quite wrong, and today's game against West Ham is not an easy one, whom themselves, they're going for the Europa League too, so this is not going to be easy. Of course, last episode, a little bit anticlimactic. We didn't get anyone against Chelsea. We didn't lose anyone against them either. And well, to start things off today, before we take on Southampton in the second game today, we've got a West Ham team who are going pretty strong at this point. Their key man is Paulo Di Canio. How much is Di Canio valued at? Let's take a look here. Value, it's actually Canute at 3.6 million is their most valuable player. So they've got players. They've got Trevor Sinclair. He's very good. Joe Cole, age 20. I mean, he is better than I expected him to be. So they've got cheap players. The wheel does not need to be great to us. And, well, before we get into this game, let's give it a spin. Right, wheel. You gave me the 200 million last time, and I kind of needed it. Today, I don't need you to give me too much. But what is it going to give me? What will it give me, everyone? It's going to be £5 million, which, again, is quite kind. Against the bigger teams, that would not get us, most of their first-team players. But against the lesser opposition, no disrespect to West Ham, who will probably now go on to beat us, it's pretty blooming good money. There's even a Jermaine Defoe here who's valued at less than £1 million. I'll tell you what, I'm feeling good about this. It's not going to be easy, but we are at home. So in terms of team selection for today's game, we've got to shuffle things around just a little bit, and that is because Scotty Parker is out suspended. Of course, he got a straight red card against Chelsea. McCann, who made his debut and played a couple of matches for us last time out, he looked pretty good. He got man of the match against Chelsea in that draw that we had against them. I'm hoping for another good performance for him. Elsewhere up top, of course, we've got Ricketts, who he stole away from Bolton, hoping his pace is going to serve us well. But to be honest, with Scotty Parker suspended and Burley injured, we're a little light on centre mids to the point where Gascoigne is back in the team, everyone. You know what? I've been quite negative about Gascoigne. He's got 2 goals and an assist in 6 matches, and whilst the average rating actually isn't very good, when he shows up, the man shows up. At the back, we've got no further changes either. Roberts is going to stick around in goal. Dean Kiley, I've just had a falling out with Dean. It's a fractured relationship. I don't think it can be mended. Let's get into this game, and let's hope that Roberts can keep doing his thing. He has been very good for us so far. So West Ham, I think, are quite an informed team at the moment. They're playing very well, and we shouldn't let the low value of their players deceive us. They've got good players in this team, some scary players as well. To be honest, I'd quite happily take a draw here against them in 8th. But if we do want to go on the Europa League charge, I do need to win this one. We'll have to see how we get on here. The players are coming out. We're playing at the Valley. They've got Carrick and Cole in the midfield. And Gascoigne, could he get a second assist for us? Not with a ball like that. Headed away. Does not find the forehead of Marky Fish. Do fish have foreheads? I guess they have a bit that's like above their eyes. Do fish have foreheads? Answers on a postcard if you know. This highlight, though, is going on and on here. Young is playing it forward to Stewart, playing the shadow striker role. Back out to Young. Options in the middle, picks out Ricketts, the new kid on the block, and he can't find the back of the net. He had 2 bites of the cherry. Unfortunately, Shaka Hislop in goal, making a double save. Halfway through this first half now, and it's Jason Ewell on the ball. I feel like he's becoming player of the series in a slightly bizarre way, as he goes on this solo run. Where are you going, Jason? Every episode that happens, I just should stop. Just don't believe in him. Corner here for them. Di Canio over it. He whips it in. Young gets it away. Could we get them on the counter-attack? Not at the moment. It doesn't look like. And oh my word, Roberts hits the save onto the crossbar. What was that? That was a weird effort from range. Not convincing goalkeeping. Didn't love seeing that, if I'm being completely honest. There's not been a whole lot of shots in this game yet, but we've had a few highlights on show, and maybe there's another one here. Ricketts, he's quick. He should score this. He's got to score this. He kicks it straight at Shaka Hislop. It's back to Stewart, though. He hits it, and he finds the bottom corner. You know what? When Ricketts ain't doing it, when Yule ain't doing it, at least Stewart's doing it for us. He, of course, was the top goal scorer when we came to the club. He's been a little bit disappointing so far, but I'll tell you what, even I thought he could score that one. I mean, if he missed that one, then there is just tears being shed, aren't there? Into the bottom corner. Keeper really not bailed out by his defenders by any means there. It is 1-0, and we're not even at half-time yet. We are now, though, and it's still only 1-0. That was really the last meaningful highlight of the half. You can see here, they've had a few shots throughout. We've perhaps had the better of the opportunities, albeit fewer of them. Whilst it's a dangerous game, I'm just going to tell the players I'm very pleased at half-time. Of course, the risk now being that they do get complacent. An hour on the mark here is Di Canio to whip it in back post. Young gets it away. These Di Canio corners are marking the start of a few highlights, and well, it's Carrick with the ball. I wonder if Carrick's any good. Carrick or Joe Cole could be quite nice. If we're going to stick with the diamond, I've said it before, I do need maybe one or two more centre mids. And West Ham have some good ones. And we have McCann, who's just done that and is also on a booking. McCann, do not get a second yellow. They've got very quick players. I am scared of Jermaine Defoe. Sinclair running down this right-hand side. The number 8. Options queuing up in the middle. Goes back to Delaney. Now with Carrick. We need to defend this well, and Andy Todd gets it away. Not the best ball-winning midfielder, but he's done the job there. Ricketts with his pace goes round the keeper, tucks it away. That was a good finish. For all the finishes he's missed, that is a very good one. I think that's his first goal from open play. He scored a penalty, right, against Chelsea. Oh, Todd wins it. Unfortunately, Todd may be losing his job here if we do go on to win this, because I would like to get a new defensive mid, I think. Oh, it's a good finish by Ricketts. Round Hislop, he had absolutely no chance. Can't afford to get too carried away just yet, though. There is 20 minutes left, Jack. Calm your beans. They get one back. It's suddenly squeaky bum time. Sinclair, huge tackle. Todd's dispossessed. Di Canio shoots, but Roberts makes the save. And whilst he's not been overly convincing in goal, Roberts he's making stops. He's doing the business. Oh, my word. What's happened here? Jason Yule misses it again. Jason, it's become a nemesis of this series, I feel like, at this point. And I know what Football Manager's like. This is just a pointless corner. It's going to end up with their kind of player being dispossessed, and then we're going to blow the whistle, and the highlight's going to be over, and nothing happens to Canio. Don't you do this to me now. Stop it. There we go. Goal kick. You can end the highlight now, Football Manager. That doesn't mean you're meant to start a new one right away. That was not meant to happen. Roberts to Rufus. McCann with it. I mean, if we get a third, that's fine by me. McCann bringing it forward. Plays through Ricketts. Ricketts has looked so good today. He could end up being the biggest addition of all from Bolton. The number 11 bursts through the middle, tucks it away. And was it McCann with the assist as well? Oh, things we love to see. The two latest additions to the squad linking up like that. And that was a finish. Ricketts. He can just do what Jason Yule can't. Score goals. I realise I probably should make some subs at this point. Gascoigne a bit tired. Burley's got an injury, but we'll give him some time. Salako, you can come on for Jason Yule. We love Salako here with his one jumping reach. He's got the odd goal for us. He's been a little bit of a hero, despite his injury. And while time is just trickling away here, I will quite happily take a 3-0 win. We are about to add, hopefully, some serious quality to the team. So looking at this West Ham squad, I feel like, as I said, when we look at our team, I love Todd. He's not very good compared to the rest of the players. So a defensive mid, I think, would be a really good addition. And I am wondering, how good is Michael Carrick? Because I think Michael Carrick could be the one. He can naturally play defensive mid. He's not really a ball-winning midfielder by any means, but I'll tell you what, he's probably better than I expected him to be. He's got good player traits, so maybe we could drop the ball-winning midfielder for kind of a deep-lying playmaker. I think that's what I'm going to go with. I did not realise Michael Carrick was going to be this good. He is absolutely insane. I just want to make sure here there aren't any other players that I'm going to regret not getting. Like, Sinclair could be good, but do I need him? I mean, he can play right mid. He's not as good defensively, though. Joe Cole is obviously another one that you could go for. Again, he's on the younger side of things, but not as good defensively. Jermaine Defoe we looked at before. I'm thinking, the more I look at this, the more I think Michael Carrick's the one. I feel like the star ratings of our scouts don't really do him justice. And even if he is a little bit injury prone, I'm willing to take a risk. Michael Carrick, welcome to Charlton. Look at that. He's got the little sword in a hand next to his name. It all looks very official now. How has he actually done this year for the... He's not... I probably should have looked at the actual performances, but I was blinded by the attributes. He looks great. He's played 26 games for them. We have a defensive midfielder. I'm really sorry to Andy Todd. But it's... You're replaced, Andy. You're not needed here anymore. Right, we've got a week, everyone, until our next game. That is going to be against Southampton. They are currently... Where are they currently? They are behind us in 17th. This is another one we should be winning. This could be the first episode with 2 wins. Europa League, it could still happen. I want to believe. Let's go and see if we can make it a reality. I was just having a look at the league table. I didn't quite realise with that win just how much we've improved. We've now won 3 of our last 4 games, which is just great. We've got 31 points as well. Generally speaking, as I mentioned in episode 1, 38 points is around the mark where you're almost certainly safe. In terms of the teams, behind us, the likes of Bolton, Derby and Fulham, they are all struggling massively. We're on a little recovery mission. And to be honest, when you look at our actual squad, it looks really good. And the players we've been able to acquire really have added to the team. Michael Carrick, of course, is going to be slotting in today as a deep line playmaker. With that in mind, I'm going to be playing Gavin McCann as a Mazzala on support. If you were going to, create a role for this man, I think this is the role that you would create for him. It just fits him perfectly. He's just a natural born Mazzala. Gavin McCann, he would have got more than 1 England cap if he was born 15 years later. Ricketts was top draw last time out, so he's going to be playing for us. And to be honest, just all in all, I'm feeling pretty happy. Even Roberts in goal. 4 games now played now. 3 clean sheets, only 1 conceded. Friendship ended with Kylie. Roberts is my new best friend now. But before we get into this game, of course, we have got to take a look at our opposition, Southampton, who have Pahars as their key man, who, he's a good forward. I don't know how much he would really offer to us. Of course, Southampton right now down in 17th. They've got Svensson, who... He's okay. Paul Jones maybe in goal. It's not a great team. They've got Wayne Bridge and Rory Delap. I feel like, if possible, I would just get Rory Delap for the long throws. I'd have to set up long throw routines and everything and take it seriously. They've also got Letitia. He's a little past his best. I don't think we need any more friends of Gascoigne joining us. Rory Delap, you're the man I've got my eye on. His value is £1.1 million, which, Wheel... You now know how much I want. 1.1 million, Wheel. Do not let me down. Let's give it a tug. Give it a spin. Where are we going to end up? We are going to end up on 0. Which means that we will get the cheapest player that they have, which is Stuart Ripley. He's not great, is he? He's a winger. He doesn't even fit my tactic. But if we win... I get myself a £6,000 player. We nearly got ourselves Letitia after all of that. But no, Ripley's the man that we're playing for. 2 international caps, 34 years old. I am not familiar with this guy at all, which I'm sure is going to be shameful to some. Apparently, he maybe won a Premier League with Blackburn, so he must be good. Right, let's see if we can get this guy one and get another win on the board and make it 4 wins in our last 5. I have to give Carrick a number. What number? 14 is a great number. I used to wear the number 14. Michael Carrick, you were born to wear this number. Submit the team, Jack. Stop talking. It's match day. Early corner to them. Imagine if Rory Delap just sets them up for a long throw. Also, my players are playing in blue. I don't remember us playing in blue before. Oh, my word. That was a ball by Michael Carrick. Ricketts in the wide area. Needs to hold it up a little. That is not the ball into the box that was needed. And it's now with Elliott to lump it clear. Rufus wins it, though. Burley, Carrick, Ricketts gets on the end of it. Takes it around the keeper. I'm starting the Michael Ricketts fan club. In his little kind of intro picture, he looks like he's doing a dance. I feel like I'm just going to do the dance. I should stop doing this, but it's quite fun. I kind of want to send a video of me doing the dance to Ricketts, and he can decide if it's worthy. Just as a reminder, because if you didn't see a recent episode, you might think I've lost the plot at this point. This is the dance we're doing. Look, you got to get in the pose. We're having a good time. Right, back to the game. 2 minutes into this game and I've lost my head. Today, I've danced. I've asked if fish have 4 heads. And we could be about to concede. Rufus, I thought he was about to smash that into his own goal. He's got it away from danger. It's fine. Oh, I've lost the early goal. I've got too giddy, haven't I? I've got carried away is what's happened here. They're not even starting Rory Delap after all of this. I was scared of the long throws. They're not even going to happen. We've had one shot and it's gone in. You could argue we've been lucky so far. I'd argue we've been brilliant. Clinical. We've had a cutting edge. We've looked like the better team. It's all absolutely fine. Powell. Carrick, back with Powell, plays it through. Ricketts, get on the end of that. Can he score another? I mean, no, he can't. The goalkeeper's made a save. It wasn't very convincing, to be fair. I'm starting the Ricketts Appreciation Society. I might be 15 years late to it, 20 years late to it even. But I appreciate him. Jason Yule whips in. Fish is there. Jones collects. Remains 1-0 halfway through this first half. This has been weird because they started well after we scored, but we've kind of got back into this game. We've looked like the better team for the last 10 minutes. Can we make it show on the scoreline? McCann with it, gives it to Carrick, who's got a yellow card on his debut. That's scary. Stewart, Yule, McCann, Yule. Finish that, Yule. It's another good save by the goalkeeper. He is keeping them in this. So much like the last game, 1-0 at the break, but we have got a few yellow cards, which makes me a bit scared. You can see both teams started the game relatively well. We definitely grew into that match and started to be the better team. I think shouting to man more at them just repeatedly eventually worked. The message got through to them. I needed more from them. They did give us that. And look at this sea of green. Loads of positive reactions, and whilst it's only 1-0, oh, we've got a Young long throw. Rory Delap, who? Never heard of him. Don't need him. Young, where are you going? Into the box is the answer. A minute into the first half. Could we double our lead? Burley with a bucket. There's lots of yellow cards on the right-hand side for us. Ricketts! Oh my word. He's done it again. Inside a minute of the first half. He's squeezed it in. Burley gets the assist. We will take that. The ball, not particularly beautiful football, to be fair, in the build-up to it all. But Ricketts is there. And quite how he squeezed that in from that angle, I don't know. What I do know is it's in the back of the net. We're 2-0 up. And I might be about to get a footballer that I really don't want to get. I mean, there's still time for us to bottle it, though. Svensson whips it back post. Elliott's there. Oh, this could stay interesting. It could stay in. They've got the ball out the back of the net there with purpose. Bit disappointed in Football Manager. We don't have the animations. You know, where a goalkeeper really annoyingly holds on to the ball. Doesn't let the opposition get it out the back of the net. Need that for FM22, please, Sports Interactive. We're straight into another highlight as well. This is all action. We're 7 minutes into the half. Ricketts is on for a hat-trick. He very nearly got the hat-trick. Jones tipping it just wide of the post. Roberts with the ball here. Distribute. I mean, that is route one. We love it here. We love it here. Ricketts, you've got to score the rebound. Pull the trigger. Get it into the mixer. He does neither. Out for a court. We're knocking on the door. Let us in. Let Ricketts get his hat-trick, damn it. Short corner. We love these. What's going to come of it? Yule, McCann, Burley. He's got there eventually. Carrick, Burley, Rufus, Young. I mean, this is very pretty football, but is there anything to happen at the end of it? Carrick plays it through. Ricketts. Use your pace. He's got there. Keeps it alive. Squares it. Stewart. Straight at the goalkeeper. Stewart just isn't very good, is he? I was about to sub him off and then another highlight's begun. This is all action to start this half. Ricketts, have another go for the hat-trick. He hits it wide. Right, I'm taking off Stewart. I've had enough. Jason Yule can move to centre attacking mid. I'm bringing in Salako. The big guns are coming out. Burley, Ricketts, please. This has to be the moment. Score it. He could have had a double hat-trick. Speaking of the devil, he's here again. Is he just... Maybe I'm just drawing attention to it too much. It feels like he's at the heart of everything we do, as Jason Yule now hits the woodwork. I mean, somehow it's still only 2-1. I don't know how we've not scored a third here. Young here with a throw-in, maybe. Options in the middle. Picks out Salako. No, he doesn't. Salako, one jumping reach. Doesn't even try. Yule, Ricketts. I mean, Salako's fresh off the bench, Ricketts. You should pass to your mate. Give it to you. Go on your... Okay, just do that. I'm losing my patience. I want to keep him on for the hat-trick. I am losing patience in him at this point. If they score here, it's going to be a disaster. We'll walk with it. Svensson, not like this. Football Manager. Who plays this game for fun? I think I've been FM'd. I think I've been how? I'm just a bit perplexed. I don't really want to check. We've been quite good. I mean, there's 4 minutes of added time. Is there late drama? We could still win it. Let's believe. PMA. McCann. Salako. On off the bench to Burley. Edge the box. Rufus. I don't know why our centre-back is there shooting it. I'm not going to complain. What a goal that is by the boy. Oh, my word. Let's take off McCann for Gascoigne. Good idea. I mean, the short corner, it works wonders. Again, not quite sure why Rufus is the man having the shot at the end of it all. But you know what? The number 5, it turns out he's got a right peg on him. He's banged it into the back of the net, and that should be that. Why is there another highlight here? 20 seconds left. I'm quite happy for it to be a highlight for us, as long as it's not for them. Ricketts, I mean, he should have scored again. This is some of the worst finishing I've ever seen from a player. I don't quite, but I mean, you can blow the whistle now, ref. Rufus is going to have to take a yellow card. Look, you've scored the winner, mate. You've got a yellow. It's cynical. I respect it. You're within your rights to do that. And, I mean, this has to be the last action of the game. Surely it's a pointless highlight. Ref? You can blow now, ref. Can we... Gascoigne's got lost. He's given the ball away. Just blow the whistle. I've been burnt before in this series with late goals. So even though it feels like the whistle should go any second, I just want it to go. Ref, can we end the game? Please? We can. 3-2 it finishes. That is a big win. I want to know how many shots Ricketts had. Rufus got man of the match, by the way. Fair play. So if you were wondering, Michael Ricketts had 11 shots in that game. 11. What was the XG? He had an XG of 2.2. Now, he did score 2 of them, but generally in Football Manager, players seem to outperform their XG. He had 11 shots and he scored. How many of those were one-on-ones? Oh, that was unnecessarily stressful. Now, of course, a win is a win. It's great. Unfortunately, the man we're going to be getting is Stuart Ripley, who can only play right attacking mid. Welcome to our team, my friend Stuart. You have to play the next match. It feels like a little bit of a bogey prize. Who is our next match against? It's against Tottenham away, and they're in 6th. I mean, it's not the ideal game to have kind of a spare wheel that we're having to use, is it? It's basically 11 v 10. He could prove me wrong. And before we go, let's just have a look at the league table. We are now in 14th. We're the team in form. Europa League, it's in the bag. We're only 9 points away from it. There's 8 games left. It could still happen. I want to believe. Whether or not it can happen, I mean, it could. Will it? Probably not. But we're going to keep fighting till the end. We are still, within a chance of climbing up and finding out with the big boys. Anyway, guys, that is going to wrap up today's episode from me. I hope you did enjoy this episode of Win One Take One. If you did, do drop a like on the video. It helps me out massively. We will be back again in a couple of days' time with episode number 10. There's 8 games left of the season. I'm still going for the Europa League. It's going to be another big one. And we've got our new addition to try and make use of. It'll be a fun one. I hope to see you then. It is me, Jack. And me and Stuart. We'll see you next time. We're out. He's really bad, isn't he?